Again, I'm sorry if that offends you. Why is this making me emotional? Oh my gosh. What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. I need to do a major life update. Now, it has been a long time coming. I needed to make this video like months ago. Months and months ago. But there's just been so much going on. I have been dealing with a lot of things, so we are going to get into that. Now, as you can probably see by the title of this video, yes, I am pregnant with baby number 3. I am currently 32 weeks pregnant. Well, nearly 32, sorry. I'm 31 and a half weeks pregnant. As I said, I've been meaning to make an update video for such a long time. I've been meaning to make an announcement video since I pretty much found out that I was pregnant, but this pregnancy has been really difficult for me, especially in terms of my symptoms. I find my symptoms have been so much worse this time around compared to my other two. For one, my nausea and morning sickness. With this baby, especially early on in that first trimester, probably the first 15 weeks, I was having really bad morning sickness. I could barely keep much down. I was doing okay at times, but a lot of times I could barely keep anything down. There was only certain things that I could keep down, and a lot of the times that end up being takeaway. And you know what? I'm still only really able to eat takeaway except bread. If I get Macca's, for example, and I get a burger, I can't have the bun. I literally just eat the meat and cheese off of the burger. I don't eat the bun because I can't have bread. I don't want to have bread. I don't want bread. In saying that though, I've only put on 3 kilos, which I think is pretty good for being this far along in my pregnancy, and I've only put on 3 kilos. I would say that is a win. So my morning sickness has been really bad. I still have morning sickness every single morning, but once I have been sick, I can then eat breakfast or just eat something. If I try and eat beforehand, I feel nauseous for the rest of the day. So I need to get it out of my system first and then I can eat. What hasn't really been helping is that horrible taste you can get in your mouth when you are pregnant. In the beginning, I had to have a lot of chewing gum just to get rid of the taste out of my mouth because nothing was working. Anytime I tried to eat something, it would make the taste worse. So I had to have gum. Even brushing my teeth, rinsing my mouth with mouthwash wasn't helping. It had to be gum. But then I started to get nauseous from mint gum, so I had to have different flavored gum, and it's been a whole ordeal. It has just been horrendous. On top of that, I've also had just really bad fatigue. I am in bed by 8:30 most nights, and it's obviously a mixture of things. I've still got Lucy who wakes up during the night. We are tackling that. However, she is no longer breastfeeding. I did have to stop her, which I will get into, but she still wakes up a few times a night, sometimes more, sometimes less. Sometimes she's up for like 2-3 hours in the night. So I am absolutely exhausted because I'm the one that's getting up with her every night because she refuses to have anyone else. She only wants me. Not only that, I am still working my 3 days a week in childcare, so I'm working with children literally 24/7. And then also the low iron. Having low iron is really hard to navigate. It just makes you feel like you can't even stand up and walk around. It is a different level of tired, and then putting the pregnancy tired on top of that as well. I don't even know how I'm managing. I don't even know how I'm functioning really. So in saying all that, I've had all of these ideas in my head on how to make an announcement video. I wanted to be recording like every single week of my pregnancy, but because I've been so exhausted and I've been going to bed so early, I haven't had energy to sit down and make a video. Even if it's a 5-minute long video, I still need to end up editing it, and I just haven't had the mental energy to do any of that. There is obviously also a lot of other factors involved in that, which again, as you can see by the title, me and Ryan are now separated. There was a lot of things going on with that. I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but yes, we are separated, and that has also been contributing to just how mentally exhausted I am. It has been very hectic these last few months. It's been a whirlwind of emotions. Yeah, I'm still so extremely unorganized for this baby. This baby is coming in 8 weeks or less, and I am just so unorganized. Obviously, to begin with, the baby is going to be in my room. I do have a bassinet. Thankfully, it's like a co-sleeper bassinet, so I'll have the baby in the room with me to begin with. But I've actually got nowhere to put the baby's clothes, so I have not started washing any of the baby's clothes. Actually, we did also just purchase a double pram, so it's a Bugaboo double pram, so I can still have Lucy sitting in with the baby, but then once Lucy doesn't really need the pram anymore, I can convert that pram back to just a single. I just feel a little flustered at the moment. That is another thing. I was always a very firm believer of allowing your child to wean themselves off when they are ready. However, I could not do that with Lucy. I did have to stop her, and I had to stop her cold turkey. I do feel really bad for her, but she actually settled very well. She managed it very well. I would have been close to 20 weeks when I stopped feeding Lucy, because I believe that my milk had dried up. Even though I was still actively feeding a child, my milk dried up. And when she was latching on, her latch was fine, but I was in excruciating pain. It was extremely painful to continue to feed her, and I had to get to a point where I just cut her off because it was just way too painful. So poor thing, she settled really well. I just had to tell her, like, no, sorry, mommy's boobs are sore, we're just gonna have the dummy for tonight. And for about 2 weeks, she would ask me every single night, is baby sore? And I would have to say yes. And she's stopped asking now. She doesn't care now, which is great. But now she just uses them as a squish toy comfort instead. So that's fun. So baby is currently the size of Rapunzel's frying pan. Now, I love this app. I love that you can customize what you want the baby's sizes to be measured to, because I find it's just better than the usual like fruit and vegetables, and I don't find them to be super accurate. Anyway, I mean, these probably aren't accurate, but they're fun. So Rapunzel's frying pan, that's how big the baby currently is, which I think is really cute. And in terms of the baby, we don't know the gender. We're not going to find out until the baby is born. I think it's a girl. Ryan thinks it's a boy. I do think it's a girl, but honestly, we have one of each. I will be happy with either one, but we are both more leaning towards wanting a girl. However, in saying that, we are honestly struggling so hard with names. I hate names, okay? I hate trying to come up with a name for a baby, and I am sorry, but there are just way too many ridiculous names out there these days, and I'm just not a fan. I like proper names. Again, I'm sorry if that offends you, but a lot of the names that we see these days are just not proper names, and I know people are going to say, oh, they're becoming more modern, in the future it's going to be normal. No, it isn't. I'm really sorry, but a lot of the names that are coming out these days are just not going to look good in a professional setting. Doesn't matter what you are working as, it's not going to look good with that name. So anyway, that is where I'm really struggling with names at the moment. So we're just having a lot of troubles. We have not settled on a name for either gender. I need suggestions. So if you can please leave some suggestions in the comments below for boy and girl, that would be fantastic. Now, in terms of how the kids are kind of dealing with everything that's been going on, I do think Jackson, he senses something. He knows something is up because he's actually been very, very sweet and loving towards me lately. He is so excited for this baby, which is very surprising. At first, he was a little bit like, no, I don't want another one. I don't want, like, no, thank you. But now he is very sweet. He's giving my tummy cuddles every single night. He's trying to get the baby to move and feel the baby move. And like, he even said to me last night, like, I want to hold the baby as soon as it comes out of you, mummy. And like, as soon as it's born, I want to hold the baby. I'm like, well, I'm going to be at the hospital and you're going to be either at home or at nanny's. So you can hold the baby as soon as we get home. But he is so excited now. And he has been so sweet towards me the last few weeks, because when things happened with me and Ryan, it was the most minor thing. It was a very small argument that we had, and it was a minor argument compared to things that we've had in the past, but I feel like it was just my absolute breaking point. Even though it was so minor, I feel like that was it. That's what cut the cord. Like, it was on a very thin string, and when the argument happened, it snapped. So I was obviously very upset, and I went to my room, I sat on my bed, I was crying, and Jackson's come in. Why is this making me emotional? Oh my gosh. Okay, so sorry. You gotta love pregnancy hormones, right? Oh my gosh. It's not, you know, like, we're fine. We even though we're separated, we are fine. Like, you know, I feel like we had already reached that point where it's basically like things were over anyway. So it's been fine. So Jackson came into the room and he could see that I was obviously upset. And he's just come over and he's given me a big cuddle and he's rubbing my back and he's saying, it's okay, mummy, I'm here for you. I'm going to give you all the cuddles. If you're ever upset, you come to me and I will give you cuddles. I don't think, so when me and Ryan had that little argument, it wasn't a screaming match or anything. I'm sure I raised my voice a little bit, but the kids were actually distracted, like, watching TV. You know, and there was very minimal that was said. And I don't feel like there was enough for the kids to actually pick up that we had a little argument or anything. So, but Jackson knew instantly what had happened. He was just so sweet towards me, and ever since then he has just been super protective of me. I don't think he fully comprehends the actual idea that we have separated and that we are no longer going to be together, and that daddy will eventually be moving out and he will no longer be at the house. Lucy, on the other hand, she knows that there is a baby and she understands that mummy has a baby in her tummy. She is just very, very clingy and attached to me lately, that even if Jackson tries to give me a cuddle, she will literally, like, put herself in my lap and push him off of me. And with her getting into her hitting phase now, we do have some concerns that she may get a bit jealous of the baby and try and, like, take the baby out of my arms or hit the baby, you know. So we are a bit worried about things like that. So we do really need to watch Lucy. So that is our big life update. Hopefully this hasn't been too long, and hopefully you've stuck around till the end. If you have, give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below any name suggestions that you might have for a boy or for a girl, because I desperately need name suggestions. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one, which will hopefully be a lot sooner than what this one is. So anyway, bye for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.